as an entrepreneur, would you risk your financial future to kill it in the next 2 years, knowing that the following years after that you could face some hardship? And that's directly related to the Suns trading away, 3/4 of their team for KD. Steve, go ahead and start us off.
So RJ is right. NBA gives us plenty of fodder, so we do have to appreciate them for that. And I love the Suns trade, even though they traded my favorite player on the team, Bridges. But as a business owner, I couldn't do this. I could not mortgage the future. I can't guarantee, right? We might win a championship this year. We might have a killer year next year. But the 4 years after that, we're pretty much guaranteed to just be in a ton of trouble, right? Like, we're going to have massive headwinds because it gave away the future. So as a business owner, unless I'm deciding to take, years 2025, 2026, 2027 off and like travel the world, I just cannot see it making sense to give away the future just to try to win today as a business owner.
I love it. This is the number one reason why Steve hasn't actually shipped me away yet, guys, just so that you're aware. All right, RJ, go ahead and hit us with the insightfulness. What you got?
Yeah, no, I disagree with the move. And no, as a business owner, there's no way in the world that I would make a move like this, like Steve's calling it mortgaging for the future. No. And honestly, I don't think the move's going to play out for the Suns either, just on a basketball level. Sorry, Steve. I know you're hoping it really does work out, but I don't think it's going to work out because going back to our previous episodes, how many episodes have we had conversations about KD? So did they even mortgage it for the right reasons? I think it's a risky move. And as a business owner, I think it's our job to protect what we're building and make strategic moves to grow consistently and not try to have these huge peaks and valleys.
There we go. That's that good RJ insightfulness we're looking for. I like that. Leon, what about you? We already know kind of where you are with it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think in this particular case, from a sports angle, I think we needed to make this particular move because in sports, rosters show whether they're going to be able to win a championship or not. And coming into this season, that particular team wasn't at the top. They were actually regressing versus progressing with that particular roster. So I think from a sports perspective, they needed to make a splash. They needed to do something. They either need to rebuild the roster or bring in a superstar, and I commend them for doing it. But this is where business is different. Wealth is a long-term game. Ask Warren Buffett. And real estate is a great place to build long-term wealth methodically and consistently. And you can do that at a fast pace, a medium pace, and a long-term pace at the same time. You can do all of those things without taking major risk. I talk to people all the time that say, I did 1,000 transactions last year. I did 500 transactions, but how much money did you make? Right? It's a long-term. You take all that risk for not much money. And I see it play out quite often in business as well. But for me, I'm taking less risk and I'm methodically building wealth.
Nice. All right, CJ, what are your thoughts?
Slow and steady wins the race. I mean, every time. I don't think you ever, try to mortgage yourself to kill it, in a quick time span. I mean, I'm 36, right? Ryan Zolan, Steve was just talking about somebody's 25 years old. Why would you try to want to kill it by the time you're 27 when you've got another 25, 30 years of business that you can plan and move forward in? And I think, there's something to be said about how team environments really in sports and in business, we see work now where it really works from a space of building people up, man, like getting them trained up properly, getting them the resources and stuff that they need, allowing that training and growth to take its time and not always trying to seek out the immediate win. I think that, if we go back to when Boston Celtics had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, then you had Miami Heat with those, their triple threat. I think the super team concept has kind of taken over the NBA. But I think the teams that we see consistently at the top of the league and the top of business at all times are the teams like the Golden State Warriors, the teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, the teams like the Boston Celtics, the teams that have brought players in, built them up, given the resources and training and support they need. And then you see them really take off over time consistently, and I think that's what this is all about.